Hello everyone, my name is Max Cavanis and this is the first episode of a new show called College Cooking. And I just wanted to bring the joys of creating culinary delights to all the wonderful students of Stevens Point. Now, for today's episode, I thought we could start off with something simple, with a dessert of some kind to celebrate the episode of a new show. And what better dessert than a chocolate cake with a delicious vanilla icing. Now, I know cakes are a little daunting, so I'll try and slowly walk through the baking process. Now, before you start cooking, make sure to wash your hands and get out the proper baking utensils. We're going to need an 8x8 cake pan, a liquid measuring cup, regular measuring cups, a mixing bowl, and a whisk and/or spatula. Now for the ingredients. What you're gonna wanna need is some flour, some granulated sugar, some eggs. Sorry, one second. Where are the eggs? Okay. It's fine. You know, that's fair enough. You know what? Plenty of recipes avoid the eggs altogether. So we'll just kind of use a substitute instead. So next ingredient that you're going to want to need is milk. We do have milk, guys. Where is it?
No, we don't, actually. Yeah, there's a bit of a problem.
Okay. You know what? You guys at least got butter, right?
I wanted to get you butter. I thought about it. No.
Okay.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You can do this. You're fine. Yeah, you're fine.
I don't know what to do. My baking show, it's over before it even starts. I guess I'll just have to figure out some sort of backup job. Some sort of useless line cook who makes just above minimum wage. Something. No. I am not going back to Texas Roadhouse. I am never going back to that hole. Okay. No, okay. I got something different. Okay? It's a little out of the way. It's not something that normally people go for, but I do have a recipe that we can definitely use. One second. Okay, so keep all of the same utensils I said before, but we're not gonna need this bowl. Instead, we're just gonna mix everything right in the pan itself. This is what you're actually going to need. Some flour, some granulated sugar, cocoa powder, baking soda, salt, vegetable oil, and vanilla extract. Okay, it's a little bit out of the way, and it might seem weird at first, but I promise you, this recipe will go good. First of all, what you're gonna wanna do is take all of the dry ingredients and just put them right in the pan. The first ingredient that you're gonna wanna add is 1.5 cups of flour. All right, next up is a cup of sugar, 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I'm also just gonna cut this out because I forgot to put in the teaspoon of baking soda. So, oopsie-doo. And finally, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. All right, so don't worry about it sticking to the pan. This combination does not actually stick to the pan. So the next step that you're gonna wanna do is just stir all of the dry ingredients together until you get just a nice combination of completely mixed stuffs.
Whiskey business.
Oh yeah.
I had to. I'm sorry. It was right there.
I'm not stopping you. All right, once you get a combination that looks somewhat like this, you're gonna want to make 3 little holes in it. Okay, like, hear me out. I know it sounds weird, And it definitely is because it's very much different than any normal recipe that you get, but don't worry about it. The little divots that you create in the mixture itself, try not to go all the way to the bottom, otherwise it gets a little bit complicated later. But it's fine if you do. It's just a little bit annoying. They're just small little areas that you can start pouring all of the liquid ingredients to. First off, I just put the tablespoon. Into the first divot, you're going to want to put 6 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Next is a tablespoon of vinegar. Basically, any kind of, well, a good number of vinegars work for this. I'm personally using white vinegar, but cider vinegar also works if you have that. And in the last well, you want to put the vanilla extract. Roughly a teaspoon should do, but you know, you can't really go wrong with vanilla. So now that you have your 3 wells with 3 different ingredients, you're going to want to put about a cup of water over the whole entire thing. I'm gonna go get a cup of water. It doesn't have to be warm, so I'm just gonna go fill it up real quick. Yeah, that's about a cup. That's fine. All right, and you just pour this over the mixture as a whole. Now, I know this is very crazy, and every single time that I've done this, it feels very weird, but you just kind of have to get over it. Then you just kind of stir it all together until it becomes a nice batter mixture. You can use either a whisk, a spatula, or a fork. Fork is normally the best, but I don't have one right now, so I'm using a whisk. Now that your concoction looks something like this, it is very gooey and runny. You're going to want to put it in your oven for 350 for about 30 minutes. Sadly, we don't have an oven here, so somebody else gets to run it.
Go oven egg, go oven
I believe in you. Okay, so now that the cake is gone off to be cooked, we're going to make the icing now. Without milk or butter. It'll be fine. I have an idea. And I have a secondary idea in case that one does not work. Icing is basically just fat, liquid, and sugar. And I have the sugar, and we have fat, and water's a liquid. So, well, you just gotta combine them. So for this recipe, we'll be using 1 cup of a fat. For this recipe, I have Crisco, which is vegetable shortening. For the liquid, we'll use water, and for the sugar, we have a nice granulated sugar. First thing you're going to want to do is start to add a cup of the whatever fat that you decided to do. Then you'll add the 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Half teaspoon it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, we will add 2 tablespoons of liquid. I'm going to go get more water. This is the perfect plan. There we go. All right. Next, you're just gonna want to pour the water right into it. I really hope that this works, but I don't know. Next thing you're going to want to do is get 4 to 5 cups of sugar, and you have to do it in 1 cup increments so that the frosting doesn't get overpowered all at once. Don't move on to the next step until it's completely mixed in with the already established shortening and water. Well, that's beside the point. Okay. Seems like it's very much like almost there.
I want to know what the crispy stuff is.
Vegan marshmallow fluff.
Yeah, I was gonna say that essentially is like vegan marshmallow fluff.
This
It looks right now.
it looks right. I mean, like this is
frosting.
now that we got both the cake and the icing done, you just got to put them together. If you're done with it now, this is what it should look like. And you can just kind of proportion them for however many people that you have. Oh, the icing is good. I'd put this on cinnamon buns, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, yum.
That's what it should be on.
And it's completely vegan. You can literally eat all of it and it's vegan.
That's so nice. Everyone give it a rating at 1 out of
I mean, this is a good first episode.
Yeah. This was a solid accomplishment.
Yeah, make
Having success.
something that actually tastes good in like semi-reasonable amount of time. Thanks again for everyone joining us today. I really hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you on the next episode of College Cooking.
Woo! We did it!
Woo!
Woo!
All right.
Hey everyone, my name is Amani Love, and this is the first episode of the new show called College Cooking. And I just wanted to bring back the creative joys of making volcanoes and
Yeah.
studios.
Yes. Oh my god.